All right, guys, so I'm back. We discussed these abolitionists, and now we are looking at the abolitionist movement. This is a reform movement where people were asleep to the negatives of slavery, and now they're awake and saying, "Dang, this is bad. Let's go ahead and do away with slavery." So that's an abolitionist. The leaders are going to be William Lloyd Garrison, that's him right here, Frederick Douglass, right here, and Harriet Tubman, right here, and of course the Quakers, because remember the Quakers loved everybody. The goal is to end slavery. So they spread a message using the First Amendment rights. Remember, the First Amendment is your right to freedom of press, speech, assembly, petition, and religion. And here is the North Star, which is an author, which is the author is Frederick Douglass. And it was just like the Federalist Papers urged people to be a Federalist, just like Common Sense urged people to join the revolution. The North Star urged people to become an abolitionist. Freedom for all. So here is the Underground Railroad, and remember, it's not a real railroad; it's an underground secret passage. So if I'm a location, then I allow slaves to come in my house and maybe hide in my basement for a week, and I would feed and clothe them, and then I would send them to the next spot all the way until they made it up north to freedom. So here we have Harriet. If you want to find out more about her, they have a movie on Amazon that you can check out called Harriet. The next movement is women's suffrage. Suffrage is the right to vote. Okay. So women wanted the right to vote because prior to getting the right to vote, we were basically seen as property. So the leaders are going to be Sojourner Truth. That's this lady right here. Elizabeth Cady Stanton, Susan B. Anthony, and Lucretia Mott. Remember, Susan B. Anthony is on the dollar, the silver dollar. I believe it's a silver dollar. So if you see a picture of her and they ask you the significance, then you would know it's because she helped women get the right to vote. So one of the things with these ladies is they had a convention at Seneca Falls. And they wrote a declaration of sentiments, which called for suffrage or the right to vote. So when they wrote the Declaration of Sentiments, it was kind of like the Declaration of Independence. It was modeled after the same thing, but sentiment is feelings because they say women have feelings. So if you have a sentiment about it, it is your feeling. So it's a declaration of the way that we feel as women, and we want the right to vote. And later we will get the right to vote in 1920, thanks to these ladies. And remember, Susan B. Anthony is on that silver dollar, and Lucretia Mott is her homegirl, and so was Elizabeth Cady Stanton. So remember, they were all homegirls for women's right to vote. Hey, hey, girl, hey. All right, so the next reform movement is education. The leader is Horace Mann. The goal is to require free public schools so that children can have economic opportunities. If you, it's a very research concept that when people are educated, they tend to do better in life. So Horace Mann felt like everyone should have the opportunity to go to school for free so that they can have a better economic life or get a job and make money for their family when they get older. And so he is like the father of education. Horace Mann. Man education is fun. Get it? The father of public education. All right, here we have prison care for the disabled. Remember, disabled are people who may have a disability, either physical or mental. The leader is Dorothea Dix. Dorothea Dix for the disabled, DDD. The goal to improve the care for the disabled by improving prisons and hospital conditions. So back in the day, if you were disabled, they would just kind of throw you in a jail. You wouldn't have any the good food or good conditions. So she was the one to reform or change that. So that is my lesson for the day. I hope that you are able to answer the questions that follow. Thanks.